Yo guys, TEK back with you. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to build a primitive and a TEK cart using primitive crop plots and TEK crop plots and some nice little tricks in between. Alright, let's hop into it. Alright, so on this, you want to make sure that you have this on full alignment, because if you don't, if you got on free placing, see how it ain't like lined up completely with the cart, or you'll end up like this. Yeah, okay, so make sure you got this on full alignment mode, see? But yeah, alright, so what you want to do, make sure you got it lined up, these right here, that piece of wood sticking up, and this piece of wood sticking up right there, that little piece of wood there. Alright, we'll come up, we'll line it up with it. Try to make sure it's even on both ends, barely touching it. Just like that. Alright, now we'll use greenhouse ceilings all the way around it. You know, just a simple cart method. Nothing crazy. Okay guys, and I'm also going to be showing you how to get your TEK crop plots to 500% using minimal structures. Alright. Alright, you'll take your wall, turn it into a double doorway, place it right here. Place you one here. Place you one here. Alright, simple enough. Greenhouse ceilings on top. It'll take 9. Now this is exactly the amount that it takes to hit 300% with regular crop plots. Alright, so what we'll be using right here is we'll be using medium crop plots. Make sure your crop plots are medium to do it like I am doing it currently. Alright, disable snapping. Well, enable snapping. See where it's at centered? Alright, disable. Scoot it over just a little bit. About right there. You'll see why momentarily. Try to line it up best you can. It ain't gotta be perfect, but you know. Alright, so we got that from that in. Yeah, close enough. That's pretty spot on. Okay, so go ahead and pull them out again. Go ahead and enable snapping. Now start snapping them down. Now this is for your veggies. This is not for mejoberries. This is for veggies. Veggies need medium crop plots. That's the reason why we're using medium-sized crop plots right here. Now this cart right here will be for, altogether will be for your veggies and your mejoberries. You will see here in just momentarily. Alright, so what we'll do here is make sure your snapping is enabled. Put one there. Now these are small crop plots. You can use small crop plots right here. Snap it. Stack 4. Alright, now what you want to do, get you a metal water tank, bring it up, place in the center or wherever you would prefer. I do it center. Alright, make sure you do the, you stack 5 back here of the medium, okay? And then you'll do like citronal, you know, raw carrots on over savoroot, all that stuff. Up here is where I place my mejoberries. Now this is how I do it. This is how I prefer it. You do it as you wish. All right, now this is as max as you can set on this. So this will put us at 300% greenhouse effect. Okay. Now, for the TEK crop plots. All right, get that lined up best that you can. Remember snapping, make sure it's, you know, lined up. All right, you pull out your greenhouse ceilings, just like the other carts. Snap them all the way around. Be a total of 9. All right, rinse, repeat, same thing. All right, it's a mirror image, same thing. All right, now, all right, so the trick of this is that you can actually get 500% on your TEK crop plots with just this much. Same amount as that over there. You know why? Is because these are very close. They benefit from each other. The 2 carts benefit from each other, them being very close. Normally this would just put it at like 300% or like 250%. This would normally put a TEK crop plot at 250% greenhouse effect. But now, as you can see, we're at 500% because we're at a fully built cart right there, and they benefit from each other. All right, so what we'll do. All right, now you got to disable snapping because that's just, you know, how it is. It sucks. So you got, now as your dyno is breathing, it does move the cart, which makes it hard to kind of line it up. So line it up the best that you can. We're just going to speed past this because I don't want you guys to, don't want y'all's eyes to melt as I'm trying to do this. Also, another thing, you've got to have a generator on top of your cart to power them. Now, you can change this entirely by putting this in a greenhouse garage, and you will not have to put any greenhouse structures on the cart. So you'll be able to place a lot more if you wanted to go that route. All right, this is my greenhouse garage on official. See, I got openings on the top so that water can get and hit the water tanks. So if I park my carts in here, I won't have to build on the cart. I don't have to put any greenhouse walls or ceilings on the cart, and that leaves a lot of extra structure space to place a lot more plots. So I just pull it up in here, line that tank up with that rain hole right there, and I got another one over here. I pull it up, line it up with that hole. Yeah, man, just leave it here and let it fill up. Let it fill up. Now, what I was saying, you know, our plants, just cut them down, drop it on the cart, and they will auto fill if I'm going to use our plants. Neat little trick here. As you can see, our water tanks do not have any water in them yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this canteen here, fill it up, hold E or whatever. If you're on console, hold that button, just fill it up. Come over here at this one. Fill it up. Or to this one. Fill it up. Now, I have not tested this entirely. 3 water tanks should hold you over. On a regular berry cart, 1 metal water tank is plenty enough water. But if you're on official, once you log off and stuff, your shit will fill up. It'll be okay. But if you want to fill them up, give them a little boost, go ahead and fill them up with the canteen. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and citronol. Also, don't forget that you can use a shovel to till your dirt, your soil. You get yield bonus plus 20%. Alright guys, we get everything grown. All right, so all these are mejo berries right here, or right there on over to here. Okay, and then this is citronal, this is longgrass, this is rock air, and this is saveroot. So if you got this part beside TEK troughs, as you can see, they're currently all empty. Do mind you, this right here is a lot of weight. So we're on single player, but you know, you need to have it down with quite a bit of weight to if you want to move all this. See, right now we're at around 1900 weight, so you need around about 2300 weight, give or take. All right, so we're gonna pull up over here, and everything in the cart will auto transfer over. As you can see, we're filling up currently. So just leave it parked here and wake up in the morning, and then all these will be full. That's simple, and it produces, you know, you can do the same thing with our plants, but with our plants, you will have to use a chainsaw, come up here and cut them all down. And then when you slot cap, what you want to do is open your inventory, type in raw, and then you will hit drop all, and then it will drop a bag. And that bag, give it about 3 to 5 seconds, and it will transfer everything in that bag to these troughs. Now the same thing works with regular primitive crop plots. You just pull it up. The only thing that's different is that, you know, TEK crop plots is for R seeds, meat seeds. You can't grow meat seeds in regular crop plots. But berries, vegetables, whatever, same thing. It, you know, it auto produces. When it produces, it fills up the crops. Easy peasy, simple as that, man. So this is my method. This is how I like doing it personally. All right, till next time. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any requests or questions. Also, you can always catch me live on Twitch. Until next time. Bye.